The St. Joseph Recovery Center has a new four-legged team member. Staff say Nelly is already making a big difference. Peyton Brooker has more from Parkersburg.
The St. Joseph Recovery Center recently welcomed a new furry team member named Nelly at its location in Parkersburg. The shelter manager for the Humane Society of Parkersburg, Samantha Tanous, said Nelly is a great fit for the center.
St. Joe Recovery Center reached out to us wanting to adopt a dog to stay at their facility for their patients and also for their staff. So they came down to the shelter, they met some dogs who we thought might be a good fit, and Nelly here was just super calm, really chill. So we tested it out for about a week, and then after that they ended up adopting him.
The Human Resources Director, Angus, says Nelly adjusted to the recovery center to patients and staff real quick.
The minute that he walked onto the elevator to us walking in the door with him from the Humane Society, it seemed like he had been here in our facility for his whole entire life. He went up to every single patient. He sat down. He let them love him. He let them pet them, and you could see the worries that were once on their faces just completely melt away.
Social care coordinator Mandy LaRue says Nelly has been a huge asset for patients in recovery.
Nelly brings a lightheartedness that's really important to not just a work environment, but to early recovery. That's one of the greatest gifts we get when we get sober. And to see the clients out in the courtyard throwing balls and sticks and see them laugh and stop and pat her, it's a beautiful thing.
Angus adds this adoption should be an example for other facilities to have a support animal.
I 100% agree that any facility alike, any facility, any business, anything that were to come, I believe that they definitely should look into doing this program with the Humane Society of Parkersburg. It has made a huge impact in all of us here at St. Joseph Recovery Center.
This is Peyton Brooker in Parkersburg, WTAP News. This is home.